Welcome back to the channel. Let's float Gertie down this river.
In this video, we're attempting a river crossing to see some of Utah's incredible landscapes that are off the beaten path. The trails go from good to bad as we try to get through a mountain pass before winter traps us for the unforeseeable future.
It's a little Narnar. Hopefully we get to the summit soon.
Come along for this wild adventure. If you're new here, I'm Emily, this is Brian, and our adventure dog Wes. We've been living on the road in our converted Sprinter van since July 2024 and are currently traveling through Utah. This is our adventure out there.
That was fun. I got to cross my river. That river can get dicey at certain times of the year, but it wasn't too bad a day. So, with that said, let's go find some colorful hills.
After 9 miles, I think we're here. Time to explore these really cool looking hills. You still got your pants in river crossing mode?
Need to dry out. Wow, this is pretty awesome. The polarized sunglasses definitely help bring out the colors. We have left Bentonite Hills, super beautiful area. Now we're taking a backcountry road through Cathedral Reef National Park. We have been here before a few years ago. We were on the other side of these hills over here where we saw the Temple of the Sun of the Moon, which we highly recommend. We're not going to do that today though. We're going to continue on this backcountry road to see where we end up for the night. These backcountry roads in this park are definitely not recommended when it's wet. You have a lot of the red clay, there's a lot of washes. Some apparently are just totally impassable. We actually saw a group back at the hills. Ranger told them not to go to the Temple of the Sun of the Moon today, the route they were taking, because there's weather coming or possible weather coming. But for us right now, it's super dry. We've only been through one river crossing and then a puddle earlier, so it's pretty doable right now, but it'd be a totally different story if any moisture heads our way. We are making our way out of the park. We're really glad we talked to that group of people earlier that told us that the ranger said there was some weather coming, because once again our phone apps aren't really showing anything, and there are definitely some storm clouds forming. So we're gonna enjoy this beautiful sight real quick. I think we've made it out of the more technical section of the park. We're about to hit more of a graded road, I believe, and we should be good to, get out of here before weather does come. What an awesome drive this has been. It's been a really cool day so far. Check that out. All of a sudden, we have come to a big mountain pass. I think we're about 9,000 feet. Road's a little muddy. There's some snow up here. I hope we don't have to turn around. Low range activated. a little nar, but people have been making their way through. It's just these shaded switchbacks that still have snow. Hopefully we get to the summit soon.
Is this the summit?
No false summits.
Yeah. Gosh, this has to be so pretty in the fall.
Makes me want to come back.
So many aspens.
I think we need to do a taco trip, babe.
Right? We're over the pass, but not out of the woods yet. This looks like a fun little mud puddle. Yeah, girl.
Get it, Gertie?
Gertie's gonna be dirty.
Winter's coming. We're just about 2.5 miles to pavement, and I think we're just gonna beat this winter storm that's rolling in. We can see a lot of stuff going on in this valley. So, woo! I'm glad we didn't waste any time today. We might have been winter camping way out in the desert or the mountains. It's pretty exciting. All right, so we have actually pulled into an RV park. There's a pretty nasty system of winter storms rolling through. $32 though for both of us to take showers, fill up on water, power up with electric. If it does end up snowing here, we'll be good for the night. I'm so glad we didn't stick around Capital Reef. Who knows what we would have been stuck doing or how long we would have been stuck out there. But it was a super fun day of off-roading, taking videos, photos. Like, the scenery was amazing. And we're excited to get back out there tomorrow, and we will pick you up in the morning. Good night. We were just hanging out and this happened. I'm glad we're not up on that pass right now or at that campground in Capital Reef, because we wouldn't be going anywhere for a few days.
I just hope our solar panels are okay.
I think they'll be okay. The hill's going sideways. Let's see. Van life. Hell no.
Hell no. Well, as you saw from the text on the screen, it is 4 days later. And it's been like a time warp. We both ended up getting a really nasty stomach bug, and a stomach bug in a 60 square foot van with a composting toilet is just not ideal.
No, so we threw up the white flag and ended up in a motel room for a few nights. But we're feeling much better now.
Yeah.
We're recharged, and our motel just happened to be right outside of Bryce Canyon National Park. So we're going to step outside and kind of check it out before this next round of storms rolls in. There have also been like storm after storm after storm. So yeah, it's been a pretty interesting past few days.
Yeah, so I say let's check out Bryce, and then we do have something really exciting planned for the next few days that we'll get into here later in this video. But before we move on from Bryce, we got to get some pictures.
Yeah, come on. Sure, it's really beautiful. My eyeballs are frozen. We're really glad we stopped in Bryce Canyon. It's super beautiful with the snow. And now we are headed to our next stop, which will be Escalante. We are on a BLM road right now in the Grand Escalante National Monument. Super awesome, beautiful area. Tons of slick rock and rock formations. It is quite busy out here, but we did see a spot we've already passed. We just turned around that I think we're gonna call home for the night. We've also just passed some new friends we've noticed that are camped right around the corner. So, yeah, let's go get set up for the evening.
What should we say? I feel like I should say something.
Dirtbags! Yeah! It's always fun making new friends on the road, and they left us this really cool spot. They're moving on, so we're gonna get level, and I'm gonna go in for a while. Hopefully this wind dies down soon.
Hi, buddy.
Whoa, dance moves! What you so excited about?
Tacos. Living in a van, constantly dealing with dust and dog hair. Do a little wipey wipe before we prep dinner. Some gifts from our new friends. If we haven't said it already, make sure to go follow Life of Matza on Instagram. Thanks, guys.
Bryce is so unamused. Hi, buddy.
Okay, taco meat is done, bro. Tomatoes,
Tomatoes.
potatoes.
Potatoes.
These clouds are reminding me that we forgot to get ice cream. Let's talk about it.
Thanks for the tacos.
Anytime.
I know. Taco time for you is anytime. Oh my gosh, I think I filled mine too full.
You're gonna have a blowout.
Mm-hmm.
And these are not Utah beers. These come all the way from the Lone Star State. Chocolate peanut butter porter.
And I have the Low Tide Light. Thank you so much, Brandon and Mariah.
Cheers. Oh, wow.
I like that.
That's pretty good.
Can we find these around here?
I doubt it.
Might have to go to Galveston. Sorry, Wes. No tacos for you.
They don't make dog tacos yet. You can have some cheese. Mmm. Cheese, please. All right, dishes.
Dishes. You doing dishes, Wes?
Oh, he'll do the dishes.
Now, I think we've said it before, but in our van, if you do the cooking, the other person does the cleaning. So Brian gets out of dishes tonight. I just boiled some water. Wes is about to knock over my tripod. I just boiled some water to clean some of the dishes that we have in the pan, same pan that we used for the taco meat. Should be pretty easy cleanup tonight. I will get you. I will get you, Brian. I don't even care if I get water everywhere.
You do anyway.
I do not. I'm a way better dishwasher than you are.
You can keep that tight.
Some White Lotus?
Sure. Snacks.
Do you have snacks?
Heck yeah, I have snacks.
Let's get this going. Then I think we're gonna go to bed and call it a night. We'll see you guys in the morning.
Good night.
Good morning from this awesome view overlooking the grand Staircase-Escalante. It's just a beautiful spot. We had a lovely evening. The sun is shining and there's no snow. It feels so good. I wish we could just stay here a little bit longer, but I know we've got some big plans.
Yeah, and we're not making coffee today. We were told that a few miles down the road there's a coffee house we have to go try. So let's get the van in order and then go get caffeinated.
Sounds good. Sprout was in the freezing van when we were in Bryce at that motel for a few nights. It got down to like 27 in here one night, which I hate to even admit, but luckily our water lines didn't freeze. And I was so worried about Sprout, but you guys, look at it. Here's a new leaf right there, and then there's one coming up right there, and one coming up right there. I think Sprout is a survivor.
Team Sprout.
Team Sprout.
That's good. Try that. That was really delicious. Super cool setting. The building's built right into these red rocks. It's beautiful out here. We do have one more errand to run before we hit the dirt. Come on.
Our audio failed us here, but Brian was saying something about how tortillas are life when you live in a van and that he bought me a prize. Liquid Deaths are my favorite, and I recently discovered this Dr. Death flavor that tastes pretty much just like the other doctor named soda, if you know what I mean, but with only 20 calories and 4 grams of sugar.
All right, we're really excited to start this overland route that we built a while back. There's a lot of stuff to see, and that's where we'll pick you up next time. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure out there. Bye!